And of course, the government is doing everything it can to, of course, fund its project and fund its manifestos.
Yes.
And we have the two means, of course, funding of its manifestos. That the government has to work on its agendas. So they promise the people, and then they have to deliver. And delivering this thing we need money. Only money can deliver the promises. And delivering these promises, then, one, we either get more loans or we tax our people. We can raise our money through taxation. And the only option we have is raising taxes, collecting taxes from our people, from the citizens themselves. We have to fund our own projects. We have to fund our own government. We have to fund our own manifestos from the government side.
Yes.
Because now when it comes to loan, our credit worthiness, international credit worthiness, it's not that good. So we are still in the debt crisis. And then, of course, you remember there was a time we were to be listed and blacklisted as a country. So we have that valuation of we cannot continue borrowing. And it's even in the government's agenda, the president declared that we cannot continue borrowing. Even when they were doing the campaigns, this is the thing that was, let us not borrow. I mean, we are indebting generations. We are taking more burden to Kenyans when we continue borrowing from outside. But look at this. President Ruto have shifted his foreign policy from the Asian side to the West, yes, the European Union and the US. That's more focus of how they are relating when it comes to investments and doing business with the government of Kenya. So it's unlike the China, because China's, they would come and do the projects, and then you list them, those projects, until they are able to, of course, get their gains back. Yes. But unlike the Chinese who would come and build through the BRI, the Bridge and Road Initiative program, they would come and build, of course, they do the roads, the railways, and of course, such projects, the big mega projects that the government would want them to have done. But these people now, this government, unlike the Kibaki and Uhuru's government, of course, they were on the China's more side than they went to the Western side. And so these people, the Western side, they give you a loan. And giving you a loan, all the aids, they give you some ultimatums and some demands. Yes. So at some point, we have, as a Kenyans, we have to, of course, make ourselves glib, and then so that we can be able to meet the demands. Yes. Which is very difficult for us as an economy. So it is now then we have to get our own way of raising money to fund our projects. Yes. And that's by taxation. Look at this side. So we have the government has a project of housing. So how do we get to do and actualize this project? We have to get money to do the houses. How do we do that? So we bring investors, we bring private investors to do the housing, the affordable housing, but it's not enough, because per year they have an agenda of, they have a plan of building 200,000 houses or units every year. So how is that done? We have the private sector, they're not enough to do that. So as a government, then we have to shape in to adjust, of course, adjust to that program. So they will tax, so that's how that money will be raised. It's Kenyan to raise that money, they will pull that money together, and then these houses, they'll be built. That's how now the housing fund or the pension, whatever the president want to term it as a mortgage for the Kenyans, that's how now this money is being raised for that project.